I wanted to start the conversation off with a quote that you said a long time ago. Is actually from your valedictorian speech. And I wanted to ask you. It said, "If you ever saw me outside of school, what would you think of me? You probably thought I was a ladies' man, a class clown, a smoker, a drinker, somebody that, or some just Pontiac team. Every single one of them things is incorrect except for the first one, which is a ladies' man, of course. That's because you discontinue stereotypes by putting your mind to the task at hand. Never judge a book by its cover." When you think about that quote, when you was graduating high school, and you think about your life now, you think about your career, what do you think?
I lied a little bit. I drink and smoke now. But nah, I think it's good, man. You know, I feel like I'm definitely, it's a little misconception around me for sure. You feel me? I think I'm a great dude. You know, contrary to blogs and what people say about me, but I think I'm a great person. You know, I care for people, and that's why I continue to be blessed. You know, I mean, you know, I think I definitely lived up to my valedictorian speech for sure.
No, facts. It's funny. I go back to that because, like, just preparing for this interview, I feel like what you just said has been your entire career, though. I feel like you've been saying, this ain't the first time I hear you say that. Like, contrary to what the blogs think, contrary to what so many people think or say about you. But at the same time, when I watch your interviews, I get real, like, you know, I don't care. They're going to say what they're going to say. And if they don't say nothing, then I ain't popping. If they don't say nothing, then I ain't doing my job. But I do feel like somewhere it's like, man, you care and like you human.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Like it gets to you sometimes.
Yeah, I mean, I got thick skin now. But sometimes, like, I do find myself, like, scrolling a little too much. And then I got to stop myself. Because it be people that don't know me or it just be, you know how fan bases is. Like, different people fan bases versus my fan base, whatever. Like, if you don't like somebody, you're going to forever not like somebody. So, but I think I got thick skin at this point. I don't really be tripping about nothing for real.
Do you ever find yourself trying to win those people over, like you said?
I used to. I ain't gonna lie, I used to, but like now, I really don't care that much. To be honest, like I care about the people that rock with me, and ever since I start thinking that way, everything been going way better for me.
So let me ask you this, though. That's on some man time, right? I feel like every conversation I heard you say the same thing, though. You said you don't really care. What makes this time different than any other time?
I mean, you saying like I don't really care about what?
People, what they say, their opinions.
Yeah, it's the same answer.
You've been saying that. But you're saying now, I feel like I don't care. But you've been saying that. So what makes this different? Why is it a now and not like a...
I mean, oh yeah, like before I used to let it get to me because I used to be so loved, bro. Like I used to be, I didn't used to get hated on at all. Like it used to be like, DDG, this and that is my favorite YouTuber, did blah, 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 blah. Everything was cool. But then like, as I became bigger and bigger as a public figure, that's when it started like changing. And I started noticing I get more and more hate. But I mean, you know, that come with it, you know? I think when you got a lot of haters, that's an indication that you're going up.
Yeah. But that's why I say, because I hear you, I've been here, you said that. You said it in your speech.
Yeah.
You said that. Like, if you don't got no haters, then you ain't doing something right.
Facts.
You get what I'm saying? So, like, I look at you now, I mean, what has it been, like 10 plus years, right? You're a grown man, you're 27.
Right.
And you saying it now, but I'm like, you had to learn something different. Something different had to happen for you to go back to that same regimen or that same ideology of like, yo, if they not hating, then you ain't doing something right. I'm in my mind, I'm assuming that's something that you constantly tell yourself.
Yeah.
Because it does bother you.
Nah, I don't think I say that because it bothers me. I say that because it's real. It's true. I really don't care, bro. Like, at this point in my life, bro, I'm so blessed, I really don't be caring what people be saying. Some things might irritate me, but it is what it is. Come with it. I like negativity sometimes.
Do you really?
I do. I love it. Because you got to think, like, would you watch Spider-Man, right? if it wasn't no Venom, if it wasn't a Green Goblin in it, if it wasn't no fight scenes, and he just hanging out with what's her name?
Lois Lane.
No, the girl with the red hair.
Lois Lane. Oh,
Mary
that's
Jane.
Superman.
Mary Jane.
Close.
If he wasn't, he just hanging out, going on dates with Mary Jane, bro, Spider-Man wouldn't be as big as it is. You need negativity, bro. Like that fuels people. Like, people love negativity. That's just what the world is, especially in this industry. Like, people want to see negativity. So it's like, I don't know. I mean, I feel like being the most loved is not good for business, in my opinion.
You see, I just closed the iPad because it's like everything I just studied, just fuck it. Just for a second. Nah, cause like this is like on some man time, and like no amount of like research or nothing can have this conversation. And I feel like I hear that, right? But at the same time, I feel like that's bullshit. Cause I feel like we all want to be loved. We all want to be like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, yeah, we could walk around like we macho man all we want and be like, yeah, man, y'all need a villain. I'm the bad guy. Even the Joker wanted to be liked. You get what I'm saying? Like, even the Joker, the bad guy of all bad guys who embraced it the most, was like, he wanted to be like, and then it turned them to that. Most villains we see, they want to be like, they misunderstood, and it turned them to that.
Now, I ain't no villain. I never said I'm a villain. But I like negativity sometimes. I don't know what it is. Maybe I'm toxic. But when I'm most liked, if I go on like a streak of being liked all the time, it feels weird to me at this point in my career, because I'm used to being hated on. So it's like, I don't know, if fuel the fire. It's like this. You play basketball?
Play football. What?
Say you play football, right? What you play?
Cornerback.
All right. I mean, I don't know too much about football. That's
go basketball. It's fine. Cool. I watch basketball. Go ahead.
All right, basketball, right? If you hooping with your homies basketball, whatever, right? Boom. Nobody talking shit. Nobody. Y'all just laughing, shooting threes, laughing. That's a weak game. That's a boring game, ain't it?
For sure.
When somebody say, you weak ass nigga, hey, you know what I'm saying? Then it's like, all right, bet. Cool. You playing for money? All right, bet. Boom, boom, boom. It's a little negativity, bro. It hypes you up. It makes you want to go harder. So that's why I like it. I'm not saying like I'm a villain or like I'm on no villain arc or I want to be the most hated. It's just like, sometimes negativity is positive. To me, it feels me like it makes me want to go harder.
Not for sure. I'm asking questions just to push for, to push your mind, your thought process. But at the same time, I do feel you. I feel like the negativity fuels me. Like, if it wasn't no negativity, then I wouldn't have the chip on my shoulder. And I feel like the chip on my shoulder is what makes me great. But also, I can identify that I think it's some type of, like, when we say toxicity, it's some type of negative connotation that come with that, because now that leaks over into my everyday life, my friends, my relationships, my business partners, because it's like I'm almost looking for something negative to go wrong. I'm almost looking for somebody to critique something. Then I start to drive myself crazy.
Yeah. Now, one thing I don't like is like the only type of negativity that I don't like is when people talk down on my music. That's the only thing I don't like.
There we go.
Yeah.
But that's a big thing, because you've been wanting to do this for so long, since high school, since before then.
No, I know. But it's like, that's the only thing I take a lot of pride in. So it's like when niggas like try to downplay, because the reason why that is because I know my music hard. So I know niggas is just like trying to like pick at me or whatever. You know what I mean? So I'm like, all right, bro. Like,
but who's to measure if your music hard though? That's if somebody don't like it, I mean, who's to measure that?
No, I know.
If I say I don't like it, that don't mean that it's not good.
I understand that, but it's the way you say it. You can say like, it's cool. But if it's on this shit trash, bro, I hate this shit about. It's like you shouldn't even feel that stuff about nobody. You know what I mean? Like, if you don't like something, you don't like it. You feel me?
Look at the motherfucking pot calling the kettle black.
What?
Out of all people.
What that mean?
Hold up. It's like being a hypocrite almost. So like, you started your rap career dissing niggas, right? You had a lot of disses at one point, and then even with the, you had a big diss that got you popping.
Yeah.
So I mean, now full circle is like, do you think?
But dissing niggas and saying a nigga music is trash is different. Like, it's not the same thing. Like, it's like, all right, dissing niggas and calling niggas trash.
In today's society, you get lit by the negative comments. You get lit by maybe saying a nigga trash. You get lit by coming on here on a podcast and interviewing trying to embarrass somebody. That's the shit that gets you lit nowadays. So the nigga the troll of trolls, maybe not now because you matured for sure, and as you should.
Yeah.
But you should be able to, out of all people, you should be able to understand.
I understand. I get the game. You know what I mean? But that don't mean that I want the game played on me. You know what I'm saying? I'ma still defend my own music. You feel me? That's the only thing that be getting to me sometimes. But other than that, it's like I don't really be caring for real, to be honest.
You never looked at it like, man, maybe I.
When it be random niggas, I don't care. When it be niggas that I know or niggas that like got an influence, that's when it get to me. Okay. If it's just a random nigga on the street say DDG trash, I'm like, bro, I don't give a fuck. That's one stream, one viewer. Don't care. But if it's like a dude with like a fan base and somebody with some type of influence, that's when I feel like you trying me because you sending people a signal to hate on me. You know what I mean? That's damn near like going to war, ain't it?
For sure.
If you send one nigga to North Korea right now and be like, hey, go say fuck North Korea.
They ain't gonna do.
They gonna be like, what? Yeah, blow you down right now.
Yeah.
You send a whole army. They like, all right, everybody get ready. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
I do.
Yeah, it's different.
I get it. I think it just come with the game and the territory. Like even when we talk back about the diss track, because like you was popping then, right? Like you had like 1 million subs at the time, right?
Yeah.
You came out, and that man could have thought the same thing about you. Like I don't even know this man. I'm talking about some high school shit, and I'm talking about him. I don't even know this, and you even acknowledge it. You like, man, well, that was just really just to get popping. Like, it really was just to do a diss song, and it was fake. So like you should understand.
Yeah, I don't think that was the turning point though. Like,
I mean,
nigga,
that was your most streamed song at the time. You even
but I wasn't even rapping for real back then. Like that was really, that didn't even come out on Apple Music or nothing. That was just some YouTube shit. I can see if I dissed a nigga professionally. You know what I mean? It's like, man, that's 8 years ago.
Bro, it went on World Star, bro. That was the biggest platform at the time.
Nah, that ain't. I don't think
getting a feature with Famous Dex. Like you went up after that. What are you talking about?
What you mean?
What you mean? What I mean?
You saying like I went up after the
like your music? Like I think people started taking you serious a little bit after that.
Nah, no, they didn't.
When would you say they started taking you serious?
When I dropped songs, like real
Which
music.
one? Give me a so I can pinpoint.
I don't know, Givenchy, Take Me Serious.
Take Me Serious, that's when you went on tour, right?
Yep.
Take Me Serious.
Arguments. Like when I dropped real music, that's when it started turning. The diss track shit was, everybody was dissing each other on YouTube. That was just like a thing. All YouTubers was making diss tracks. Niggas like Jake Paul and Rice Gum get going platinum off the shit. That's just the wave. Just like the wave now is streaming. It's just like, nigga, that was the wave.
Do you think people intentionally, or maybe people intentionally talk down on the music because you are so vulnerable about how much you care about it?
Maybe, but I think it just stems from me being so popular on the internet.
It's like you're a target.
Exactly. Like when Drake first dropped his music, right? When he first dropped his music, and I'm the biggest Drake fan. When he first dropped Successful, I'm like, this is the nigga that was on Degrassi. Until I heard it. You know what I'm saying? Then I was like, oh, this shit hard.
Yeah.
And then I've been a fan ever since.
Yeah.
So it's just like, that's just how it is. But the difference between me and Drake is he stopped acting. I still do the shit. You feel me? That I do. I still do the social media shit. So it's like, that's really the only difference. But everybody gonna always have the whatever, however they was initially introduced to you, that's how they gonna think of you as. If you go up to a girl right now and you got a damn booger in your nose and breath stink, hair fucked up, and you get her number right there, she ain't gonna never forget that. No matter how many haircuts you get.
There's no more second chances.
Exactly, bro. It's like the first impression means everything. So I'm okay with that though. This is my livelihood. I have people that love me all around the world for what I do on the internet and my content and shit. So I'm cool with splitting it. You feel me? But it's like eventually, you know, I want it to be where it's equally as big.
No, I actually understand you 1,000%. I feel like sometimes we isolate those negative comments when it's like, bro, there's so many positive comments out there. So many people that talking positive about you. You mean the time you're gonna look at your comment section and you're gonna point out the one person that say something negative? I feel like that's ungrateful. I feel like that's like a spit in God's face. Like I don't know how spiritual religious you are, but I feel like when we do things like that, it's like we don't appreciate what we like how far we came for real.
Nah, I appreciate my fans a lot.
No, not saying you. I feel like when we do that, like
Oh yeah,
even when I do that, I feel like that's what helped me stay grounded. It's like, nah, don't do that, bro. Like you got people supporting you. And you gonna look at that one negative comment and respond? Like, don't do that. That's why
I mean, I might get out of character and respond to a nigga or whatever. But other than that, it's like they ain't really tripping for real. No, that's just that's just natural human nature. You know, if you look at a field of green grass and you see one red grass, nigga, you gonna see that red grass. You gonna be like, what the fuck is that?
Yeah.
Pay attention to it more. I get so much love. It's like the negativity stick out sometimes.
Yeah. You know, it's funny because talking about the hate in the music and like people just saying you for this streamer / vlogger. I think me personally, I think you're one of the few that get the most respect especially when it comes to YouTubers that made the transition from YouTube to musician. I feel like when I talk to people, they give you almost like the GOAT status, if I'm being real.
Yeah. And I humbly accept that because of how many other niggas did it.
Man, I can't tell. I know I'm the wrong person to ask. Only person I can think of is like Queen Naja, but even then they say like you were the person that really kicked down the doors.
Yeah, but I tell people all the time, bro, like no disrespect to anybody else that's trying to do it, but me and Queen Naja is the only ones that's like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Really, really doing this shit for real.
Yeah. And unfortunately, bro, being the first, it comes with the negativity, though. Like being the first in so many things. When you be the first, you gotta be the one that shit. Look at all of the women that came. Like so many people I could just think of that was the first of their kind that took so much heat, and now it became a revolution, right? Like shit. Who was the chick named Marilyn Monroe? Was that her? Like I feel like she caught so much heat. So many other people I could think of, but like just off the top of my head. It's like they catch so much heat and then 10, 15, 20 years down the line, boom, they're great. People love them. They legendary. It's like, nigga, I ain't trying to hear that. Y'all wasn't calling me legendary when I was going through it.
Yeah. I mean, that's what I'm going through. You feel me? It is what it is, though. I'd rather be the first to do it than to be the 10th nigga to do it and then it ain't feeling as authentic. I feel like my journey is going to be something that people look back on and people get inspired by. There's a lot of other people that do the same thing that I do that want to get into music, that want to go into streaming or YouTube and then do music. And, you know, I'm giving them I'm kind of giving them away, paving the way for them.